everyone, and welcome to my channel where we are embracing every season of life and entrepreneurship. My name is Anika Macy, and today we are making bath bombs. As I grew up, we always were really familiar with like bath salts. And so as we became more familiar with the world of CBD infused bath bombs became really popular. And so I wanted to try to make my own today, utilizing our CBD oil tincture. And so we have all the ingredients lined up here. We have cornstarch, Epsom salt, baking soda, and citric acid. And we also have a little bit of soap, pigmented soap dye. Over here we have our wet ingredients, and so we have our CBD tincture here. And then we also have a little bit of water. And then we have our essential oils, which is a lavender and mint. I'll list all of the ingredients and the measurements for the ingredients in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get our dry ingredients mixed up first, and then we'll add our wet ingredients to those. So I'm going to put in our cornstarch, and I'm going to mix in our Epsom salt. Baking soda. And we have our citric acid here. And I'm going to go ahead and get my whisk and mix it all up here. I think at this point, I'm going to add in a little bit of the soap dye since it is a dry mixture instead of mixing it in with my wet ingredients. So I don't want it to be too purple. I want it to really be more of a lavender color. So I don't want it to be too pigmented. So I'm just adding a little shake at a time. As I looked up the different measurements for bath bombs and doing my research, it really didn't give a measurement for the dye. So I'm just going to add it in as I see fit and it gets to the color that I want. So I'm going to add a little bit more in. It is a little bit of lavender, but I'm going to add a bit more pigmented for me. Okay, I think I like this better. Make sure I got all of my dry ingredients mixed up real good before I add in the wet ingredients. So as I add in the wet ingredients, I'm going to do a little bit at a time because I don't want it to start to activate. And so what I mean by activation is when it starts to, ooh, I got a little cloud, when it starts to fuzz up. So I don't want it to break down before we get a chance to use it. I'm going to take the CBD oil. And so this is a CBD isolate oil. So it doesn't have any of the other parts of the plant, just 99.9% CBD and an MCT oil. The recipe had called for a vegetable oil. So an MCT is a medium chain triglyceride, which is a coconut oil that is just a very refined coconut oil. So I'm going to add a little bit of this at a time and mix it in. So it'll start to clump up there. I'm going to add a little bit more. And that's the rest of that. Now I am going to add my water. Water, we only want 1 tablespoon, so I'm just going to do 1 tablespoon of water. I didn't really measure it out, but we're going to do 1 tablespoon of water. I'm going to be really careful not to activate it too much. Add that in there. As it starts to come together, see it heat it up some, so I want to take my time to add in the water. And then that is the remainder of the water. I'm going to give it a good stir. Now I am going to add our essential oils to the mixture. And that was only 1 teaspoon, so I just went ahead and poured it in. Give it a good stir. And then I'm going to put my gloves on and really make sure I have everything mixed up together really nicely. I really don't want to touch the mixture with my hands because I want to make sure, just in case I decide to share this with someone, I don't want to contaminate my hands even though I wash my hands prior to. So I am getting a good texture as I squeeze it together. It is staying together, so that's giving me a good indication that once I put it in my mold, it is going to set up really nicely. It smells so good and therapeutic with the lavender and the mint. And the lavender and the mint, again, was a very small amount that was added here, so you don't have to worry about the mint irritating you or being too spicy. So I feel like I got a good texture going on. pack it down in there because I want my ball to be really nice and smooth. I don't want it to have crevices in it, so I'm going to really overfill it real good. I'm going to take the other one, the other half, and overfill it. What I think is really neat is you can actually put dried lavender flowers or any other type of herbs that can help with your skin inside the actual bath bomb prior to filling it with your ingredients. And that turns out to be, it looks really nice when you're done there. So I'm going to put the two pieces together and I'm just going to turn and squish and turn until the excess comes out and it comes together. It creates a nice little bath bomb for me. I'm going to do another one before I open this one up. Set that one to the side. And I'll fill this one. Again, you're going to overfill each half. This smells so nice. Going to overfill each half with your mixture. Making sure you press down really good. When you put them together, you want to make sure you have, need a little bit more. Make sure you have a really good connection there. This one didn't have a lot fall out, so I'm not quite sure how this one's going to turn out, but hopefully this one turns out good because I didn't have a whole lot. I guess I didn't really overfill it, but oh well, it's my first time, so. All right, let's set this one to the side. I'm going to go ahead and open this one. And you want your bath bombs to sit out and dry out for 24 hours before you actually use them. And then you want to use a shrink wrap on them so they're not subject to the humidity in the area and start to break down. And here is my first CBD infused bath bomb. It's cheap, pretty, nice and smooth. All right, I'm gonna sit her to the side. And let's see how this one turned out. This is the one that didn't have a whole lot overfill, so she looks nice and smooth on the outside. I could have connected her better. Let's see if I can pull it apart and do it again. Ah, I can. So
let's do this one over. So let's do this one over. And I'm gonna overfill it because I didn't overfill it last time and it didn't quite fuse together like I would like it to. And so I'm gonna put this back inside here, overfill it. I didn't mean to sit that in there, y'all didn't see that. Overfill it. And then, so you see how they're kind of like above the rim? Then when I put them
together, I'm gonna squeeze so they can fuse together real nicely like my first one. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. You know, this is what life is about, is trying, and you'll make mistakes along the way. And that's the only way you're gonna learn from your mistakes, is if you actually make them. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this one. This one turned out perfect. Just gonna take the little edge off there while it's nice and soft still. I mixed up another batch of bath bomb ingredients, but this time I added a mint green soap dye. I wanted to have two different color bath bombs, and another neat idea is to actually fill one side of your mold with the purple and the other side with the mint green so you can have a two-tone bath bomb. Hey guys, so I have my station all cleaned up and I have my bath bombs laid out so they can dry for the next 24 hours. This will help them solidify and become more firm. Then I'll shrink wrap them and get them ready to give away as gifts or store them in my bathroom or a cool, dry place until I am actually ready to use them for myself. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you want more information about new seasons in life and entrepreneurialism. I'm Anika. I'll see you next time.